If you want to change your life, there is one habit that can do more for you than almost anything else. It is not waiting for the right opportunity. It is not hoping that someone will notice your potential. It is not wishing that life would finally become easier. It is learning every single day. And I know that may sound simple, maybe too simple, because when we think about changing our lives, we often imagine something dramatic. We think we need one big breakthrough, one lucky chance, one perfect person to open the door, one perfect year when everything finally lines up. But the more I study successful people, and the more I reflect on my own life, the more I realize something powerful. Most lives do not change in one dramatic moment. Most lives change quietly, slowly through the things we choose to feed our minds every day. A book you read, a lesson you listen to, a skill you practice, a question you ask, a mistake you study instead of ignore. A conversation with someone who knows more than you. These things may seem small in the moment, but over time, they begin to shape the way you think. And the way you think shapes the way you decide. And the way you decide shapes the way you live. That is why daily learning is not just a good habit. It is a life-changing habit. Because every day, whether we realize it or not, we are being educated by something. If we do not choose what teaches us, the world will choose for us. Distractions will teach us. Fear will teach us. Social media will teach us. Other people's opinions will teach us. Our old habits will teach us. So the question is not, am I learning? The real question is, what am I learning? And is it helping me become the person I want to be? That question matters. Because you and I both know that there are people who want a better life, but they keep feeding their minds with the same things that keep them stuck. They want more confidence, but they never study confidence. They want more money, but they never learn how money works. They want better relationships, but they never learn communication. They want more discipline, but they never study habits, focus, or self-control. Then they wonder why nothing changes. But life does not change just because we want it to change. Life begins to change when we start becoming someone different. And one of the most direct ways to become someone different is to educate yourself daily. Not only in school, not only in a classroom, not only when someone gives you homework. I am talking about the education you choose for yourself. The kind of education that happens when you decide, I am not finished growing. I am not finished learning. I am not going to stay at the same level of thinking and expect a higher level of life. That decision can change everything. Because the moment you start learning with intention, you stop being a passive passenger in your own life. You start taking the wheel. You start asking better questions. You start seeing possibilities where you used to see only problems. And maybe that is what we need to remember today. You do not need to know everything to begin. You do not need to change your whole life overnight. You do not need to become perfect. You only need to start learning something valuable every day and then apply it. Because one idea can change your direction. One lesson can save you from repeating a mistake. One skill can open a door that used to be locked. One habit of learning can slowly build a completely different future. Your level of success will always be connected to your level of knowledge. That may sound direct, but it is true. What you know affects what you see. What you see affects what you choose. What you choose affects what you become. If you want a better future, you need better knowledge. Now, when I say education, I am not only talking about school. School can be important, but some of the most important lessons in life are not taught in a classroom. They are learned through self-education. They are learned when you read books that challenge your thinking. They are learned when you study people who have already done what you want to do. They are learned when you practice a skill until it becomes part of you. They are learned when you stop blaming life and start asking, what do I need to understand better? That question alone can move a person forward, because there are two kinds of people in life. The first kind says, I already know enough. That is a dangerous sentence. It sounds confident, but often it is the beginning of decline when a person believes they already know enough. They stop searching, they stop improving, they stop listening, they stop asking better questions, and little by little, their world becomes smaller. Their opportunities shrink. Their thinking becomes outdated. Their income stays the same. Their problems repeat, not because they are incapable, but because they stopped growing. The second kind of person says, there is always more to learn. That person keeps expanding. They keep reading, they keep observing, they keep improving their skills. They are not ashamed to be a beginner in a new area. They are not afraid to ask questions. They do not confuse experience with wisdom. They understand that yesterday's knowledge may not be enough for tomorrow's opportunities. These are the people who eventually rise, because the world rewards value, and value is built through knowledge, skill, wisdom, character, and action. Think about this. If you want a better career, what do you need? Better skills. If you want better finances, what do you need? Better understanding of money. If you want better health, what do you need? Better knowledge of your body, your habits, your food, your sleep, your discipline. If you want better relationships, what do you need? Better communication, better emotional control, better awareness of yourself and others. Every area of life improves when knowledge improves. That is why self-education is one of the most powerful investments you can ever make. Money can be lost, a job can change, a business can fail, people can walk away. But what you build inside your mind becomes part of you. Your knowledge travels with you. Your skills travel with you. Your wisdom travels with you. And the more you develop yourself, the harder it becomes for life to keep you down. But here is something we need to be honest about. Most people have more access to knowledge than any generation before them, but they still do not use it. We have books, videos, podcasts, courses, mentors, interviews, lectures, tutorials, and tools available at any moment. You can learn almost anything from almost anywhere, but access is not the same as commitment. Having information available does not mean your life will change. You have to choose it. You have to make learning a priority. You have to decide that your future is worth more than another hour of mindless scrolling. And I am not saying there is no place for rest or entertainment. We all need rest. We all need moments to breathe. But there is a difference between rest that restores you and distraction that slowly steals your future. That difference matters, because time is going to pass either way. 6 months will pass. A year will pass. 5 years will pass. The question is, who will you become during that time? If you read 15 minutes a day, listen to one useful lesson a day, practiced one skill a day, reflected on one mistake a day, where would you be 1 year from now? Not perfect, but better, sharper, more confident, more valuable, more prepared, and preparation is powerful, because opportunity often looks like luck to people who did not see the preparation behind it. When you educate yourself daily, you prepare yourself for opportunities before they arrive. And when they do arrive, you can recognize them, you can handle them, you can use them. That is why your education determines so much of your success. Not because education gives you everything instantly, but because education changes who you are becoming. Your mind is like a muscle. If you train it, it grows stronger. If you ignore it, it gets weaker. If you feed it with valuable knowledge, it becomes sharper. If you feed it with fear, gossip, negativity, and distraction, it becomes tired, scattered, and unsure. That is why daily learning matters so much. We would never expect our bodies to stay strong without food, movement, and care. But many people expect their minds to stay strong while feeding them almost nothing of value. They wake up and immediately reach for the phone. They scroll through other people's lives. They fill their attention with noise. They react to everything, but intentionally study almost nothing. Then they wonder why they feel mentally weak. They wonder why they lack focus. They wonder why they feel behind. But a hungry mind cannot build a strong life. Your mind needs nourishment. It needs ideas that stretch you. It needs truth that challenges you. It needs knowledge that gives you tools. It needs wisdom that helps you see life from a higher level. When you learn every day, something begins to happen. First, your confidence grows. Not fake confidence, not loud confidence. Real confidence. The kind that comes from preparation. When you know more, you stop feeling so helpless. You stop walking into situations completely blind. You start trusting yourself because you have taken the time to build a stronger foundation. That is why learning and confidence are connected. A person who refuses to learn often depends on hope. But a person who keeps learning builds confidence through preparation. Second, your thinking becomes sharper. You begin to see patterns. You notice what works and what does not. You understand cause and effect. You stop making the same mistake with a different name. You begin to ask better questions. And better questions create better answers. Instead of asking, why is my life so hard? You start asking, what skill do I need to build here? Instead of asking, why does this always happen to me? You start asking, what pattern am I repeating? Instead of asking, why do other people get ahead? You start asking, what are they learning, practicing, and applying that I have been ignoring? That shift is powerful because the quality of your questions often determines the quality of your growth. Third, daily learning makes you more adaptable. And in today's world, adaptability is not optional. Things change, industries change, technology changes, markets change, relationships change. The way people work, communicate, and build success keeps changing. If your mind is not growing, change will feel like a threat. But if you are always learning, change becomes something you can respond to. You may not know everything, but you trust your ability to learn what you need to know. That is a powerful way to live. You stop being afraid of every new challenge because you know you can grow into it. And maybe this is one of the greatest rewards of daily learning. It helps you stop seeing yourself as stuck. Because when you learn, you remember that you are not finished. You are not trapped at your current level. You are not limited to what you knew yesterday. You can grow, you can adjust, you can improve, you can become more capable. But the key is consistency. Learning once in a while is helpful. Learning every day is transformational. You do not need 3 hours a day. Start with 15 minutes. Start with one chapter. Start with one useful video. Start with one page of notes. Start with one new idea and ask yourself, how can I use this today? That question is important because learning without application can become entertainment in disguise. Some people read many books but never change their habits. They watch many videos but never take action. They collect quotes but they do not make decisions. They know the language of growth, but they do not live the discipline of growth. We do not want to become those people. The goal is not to know more just to sound smart. The goal is to live better because of what we know. So when you learn something, use it. If you learn about discipline, practice discipline. If you learn about money, change one financial habit. If you learn about communication, have one better conversation. If you learn about health, make one better choice today. That is how knowledge becomes power. Not when it sits in your notebook, not when it stays in your mind, but when it enters your behavior. And when that happens every day, your life begins to move. The quality of your life is shaped by the quality of your choices. And the quality of your choices is shaped by the quality of your knowledge. This is something I think we often forget. When someone makes a poor decision, we are quick to say they are lazy, careless, or weak. And sometimes, yes, discipline matters, character matters, responsibility matters. But many bad choices are not made because people want bad results. Many bad choices are made because people are operating with limited knowledge. They do not see the full picture. They do not understand the long-term cost. They do not know another way. They are choosing from the options they can see. And knowledge expands your options. When you know more, you see more. When you see more, you can choose better. Think about money. A person who does not understand budgeting, saving, debt, investing, or delayed gratification may keep making financial decisions that hurt them. Not because they want to struggle, but because they never learned how money truly works. But the moment they begin to educate themselves, everything starts to shift. They start asking different questions. They start noticing where their money goes. They start understanding the difference between looking rich and becoming stable. They start making decisions that protect their future instead of only satisfying the moment. That is the power of knowledge. Think about your career. A person may feel stuck at work and believe there are no opportunities. But sometimes the real issue is not the lack of opportunity. Sometimes the real issue is the lack of upgraded skills. When you learn a new skill, improve your communication, understand your industry, study leadership, or become better at solving problems, you become more valuable. And when you become more valuable, new doors begin to appear. Not always immediately, but eventually. Because value attracts opportunity. Think about relationships. Many people repeat the same conflicts for years because they never learned how to listen, how to communicate, how to set boundaries, how to understand emotions, or how to recognize unhealthy patterns. They keep treating the symptoms. They argue about the same small things. But they never study the deeper cause. This is where knowledge becomes a tool for freedom. Because the right knowledge does not only help you solve problems, it helps you understand why the problem exists in the first place. That is the difference between reacting and growing. A doctor does not simply look at a symptom and guess. A good doctor investigates. A good doctor asks questions. A good doctor looks for the root cause. Because if you only treat the symptom, the problem may return again and again. Life works the same way. If you keep facing the same problem, there may be something you need to learn at a deeper level. Maybe the problem is not that you need to work harder. Maybe you need a better strategy. Maybe the problem is not that you are unlucky. Maybe you need better preparation. Maybe the problem is not that you are incapable. Maybe you have not yet learned the skill that this season of your life requires. That is why learning gives you power. It helps you stop feeling like life is just happening to you. It helps you look at problems and say, there is something here I can understand. There is something here I can improve. There is something here I can learn. That mindset changes everything. Because problems become less intimidating when you believe you can learn your way through them. Now, this does not mean knowledge removes every difficulty. Life will still challenge you. You will still face setbacks. You will still have moments when you feel unsure. But knowledge gives you tools. And a person with tools is different from a person with only wishes. A wish says, I hope this gets better. Knowledge says, let me understand what is happening. Wisdom says, let me choose the right response. Action says, let me do something with what I know. That is the path. Learn, understand, decide, act, adjust, grow. And the more you repeat that process, the stronger your life becomes. Another powerful thing about knowledge is that it helps you think long-term. Without knowledge, we often choose what feels good now. We spend now, we quit now, we react now, we avoid discomfort now, we choose relief now. But with knowledge, we begin to understand consequences. We see that today S habits become tomorrow S reality. We see that one small discipline repeated daily can create a better future. We see that one small mistake repeated daily can become a heavy burden. Knowledge helps us respect the future. And when you respect the future, you make different choices in the present. You start asking, will this help the person I am becoming? That is one of the most important questions you can ask. Before you spend your time, ask it. Before you spend your money, ask it. Before you choose what to watch, who to listen to, what to practice, what to ignore, ask it. Will this help the person I am becoming? That question can save you years, because every choice is a vote for your future self. And daily learning helps you cast better votes. If you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you slowly begin to fall behind. That may sound harsh, but it is not meant to discourage you. It is meant to wake you up, because the beautiful truth is this: as long as you are willing to learn, you are never truly stuck. It does not matter if you are 20, 40, 60, or older. It does not matter if you feel behind. It does not matter if you made mistakes in the past. It does not matter if you did not start earlier. You can start now. You can pick up a book. You can listen to something useful. You can learn a skill. You can ask for guidance. You can study the area of your life that needs improvement. You can take one idea and apply it today. And if you do that again tomorrow and the next day and the next, you will not stay the same. That is the promise of growth. Not instant transformation, not overnight success, but steady becoming. One lesson at a time, one decision at a time, one better habit at a time. One stronger version of you at a time, and life rewards that kind of person. Maybe not immediately, maybe not in the way you expect, but over time, learning creates rewards. It creates confidence because you know you are preparing yourself. It creates better conversations because your mind has more depth. It creates better opportunities because your skills become more useful. It creates better choices because your thinking becomes clearer. It creates deeper self-respect because you know you are not wasting your potential. And one day you may look back and realize that the life you have built was not created by one huge event. It was created by the quiet decision to keep learning when it would have been easier to stay distracted. That is why we need to protect this habit, because distraction is everywhere. It is easy to lose an hour, easy to lose a day, easy to lose a year, not because we chose failure, but because we never chose growth with enough seriousness. So let today be different. Do not just say, I need to learn more. Choose what you will learn. Choose when you will learn. Choose how you will apply it. Maybe it is 15 minutes every morning. Maybe it is one chapter every night. Maybe it is one podcast on the way to work. Maybe it is one course that teaches you a skill you have been avoiding. Maybe it is one notebook where you write down the lessons life is trying to teach you. Start small, but start seriously. Because the goal is not to impress people with what you know. The goal is to become a person who can handle more of life. A person who can see opportunities. A person who can solve problems. A person who can make better decisions. A person who can build a future with intention instead of drifting through life by accident. Your future self is being shaped right now. Not someday. Not when conditions are perfect right now. By what you choose to learn, by what you choose to ignore, by what you choose to practice, by what you choose to repeat. So choose learning, choose growth, choose the knowledge that makes you wiser, stronger, more disciplined, more valuable, and more prepared. And remember this, knowledge does not just stay in your mind. It shows up in your life. It shows up in the way you speak. It shows up in the way you work. It shows up in the way you lead yourself. It shows up in the way you respond to problems. It shows up in the future you create. So before this day ends, make one commitment. Learn one thing that can move your life forward, then use it. Do not wait for a perfect moment. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until life slows down. Start today, because every day you educate yourself, you are building a stronger mind, a stronger future, and a stronger version of yourself. Keep learning, keep growing, keep applying what you learn, and life will keep opening doors that the old version of you could never see.